Hi guys, it is Barbershop week on BBS Live. So let's get in the shave. Got a lot to take off. See you in a minute. Hi guys, thank you for joining me for another shave and scent of the day. Whatever, video. Thanks for being here. So we're going to be doing 11 Barbershop today, which I love. My favorite Barbershop by far, and I'm not a big Barbershop fan. But I am a big fan of this one. Got the matching splash. Scent of the day will be Dior Eau Sauvage EDT, which is a wonderful little barbershop-y kind of scent there. We'll finish with a little Medicate C Tetra Vitamin C Serum and the Lothar Daily Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. And brush is my custom-made Ryan Tansey brush. The beautiful sparkle in there, and a hand-tied knot by Frank at Strike Gold Shave. Wonderful, wonderful brush. And then weapon of the day, Muhle R41 feather blade. So I just came back from getting a endoscopy, colonoscopy. So I don't even know if I'll remember this shave or not, because they put me under for it. But I know that I need to shave, and I'm going to do this, and the video will be there. So in case I forget, it'll be there. I am going to do a lathering tutorial for a guy at work. He had some trouble lathering. I set him up with some wet shaving gear, and he had trouble lathering. Ended up going with spray goo for his shave, and subsequently got a cut. So, you know, maybe this will stop him from getting the cut. I don't know, because I don't really know what his shave goo was like. But if it's like the rest of them, it's not great. So anyway, we're going to do this, like I say, later on in the week. I will be doing just a face lather, just to kind of show. But for the meantime that he can watch, I've just soaked this in warm water for just like 4 or 5 minutes. And then you can use this water to put on your face. You just, you know, kind of pour it into your hand and then just kind of rub it on for a base layer. Pour a little more. And as you see, it just gets the lather starting. Oh, I didn't get any bougie water either. Uno momento. And the lather that I do the tutorial on for him, I won't use this. I'll dip the tips of the brush into water so we can see kind of, you know, just the regular way to do it. You don't have to have a sprayer in order to be able to lather. But for today, I am going to use it. God, my nose itches. So let's get loading. You know, you can start by not putting any pressure on. By running in here, you're going to end up lathering, you know, or working on the puck for, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, depending. So then after I get kind of the tips there, I like to kind of splay the brush and start getting some soap down into the brush as well, because I'm going to end up splaying the brush on my face. So why not get soap in there as well? And so all of this is just to load enough paste on here for me to get through, you know, a 3-pass or so shave, whatever I decide to do. I would probably just do 2 and a cleanup today. But anyway, you know, get down in there. You know, start scrubbing, go clockwise and counterclockwise. Just keep kind of working around until you've got this really pasty looking look here. And then I usually just take the residual around the tub. Once again, I will do a full lathering tutorial. It doesn't mean that I'm the greatest latherer in the world, but I think I do get very good lathers, and I will pass on my tricks. So just kind of rub this around. I know so many of you out there have watched me do this a million times, but you know, there's always new people coming in, and you know, I got to give them some good instruction as well. I mean, let's face it, that's what this channel is here for. You know, they're friends and followers and stuff that continue to follow me, and I certainly appreciate that because, you know, I'm showing off new products as well. But, you know, there's still a lot of people getting into wet shaving, and they need some direction out there. And so I'm happy to provide some of that. So what we've got here is just a bunch of paste. And you can see there's a ton of it in there because the brush deforms and stays deformed. But now all we're doing is just transferring this paste from this knot onto the face, and then we'll hydrate it. So just start working it. You know, you can work easy in the tips, and then you can splay down and just start working. Just start working in circles, ovals, whatever you want to call it, until you can see that you got a nice bit of paste on your face. And you can see that's quite a bit there. And then just go to the other side. And you can see how I'm starting to get built up there. Then just start working around and do the same thing on your neck. You're really working this soap paste into your skin. And then we're going to get water into it. So right now, this might kind of look like canned goo going on. We don't want it this thick. We want to thin it out. And that's what the water is for. You can see just big peaks on there. In the end, we want really soft peaks on the brush and on your face. And, you know, I'll show you that as well. I know we're doing kind of a tutorial here also, but the next one I'll spend a little more time on it. But so now we're just adding the first layer of water. You could take the brush and just dip it into water and then start. But anyway, I've got just a little bit of water on my face, and now I'm going to work that water into that soap paste that I put on. And we're just doing it in increments until it feels like it's incorporated. And this should just be doing it, you know, many times until you get it the way you want it. But, you know, just keep kind of agitating it in. He didn't say what the problem was, and I didn't ask, but he said he ended up going with his canned goo instead. And I gave him the Murphy & McNeil Kodiak base, which is excellent. So, you know, I don't know, maybe he loaded too much, maybe he didn't load enough, maybe he didn't get enough water in there, maybe he got too much at one time. You know, it's adding small amounts of water all the time with each pass. I call it a pass once you've scrubbed it into your lather or into your paste. And so we just keep doing this. Once again, there's like, you know, very stiff peaks there. So you're not done. Just keep working that in. You'll also notice as you get the soap hydrated, it'll start to take on a shine. Right there, it's shiny, but it's still kind of matte, if that makes sense. There is a shine, but it's not the lustrous shine that we're going to get. It's, you know, kind of a matte shine. That didn't make any sense probably, but whatever. All right. Okay, so we're really starting to get some water in here. See that? See how that falls over? That means we're getting there. And at this point, you can get whatever you like. I like a really hydrated lather. It doesn't have to be any more hydrated than this. I mean, that's pretty hydrated. It's actually quite hydrated. So you can stop at whatever you feel comfortable with, but you know, this is how I like it. And if you look, there's an incredible shine on there. And the peaks definitely fall over. So here, just smooth it out. And you don't have to do that either. I just think it looked nice. And you can see there's plenty of soap there, plenty of shine, lots of water in there. I was involved in the testing of this barbershop. I think the first one to try the scent And then just kind of made some comments on the lather, maybe ideas to kick it up a notch. And he did end up going with those suggestions, and he came up with an incredible new base, which is now called the Julian base. For those of you that don't know, 11 shaving used to be called Sapon de Paulo. So any of you that saw that brand disappear, that's why it's now 11 soaps, or 11 shaving company. All right, so we got plenty of water in there, plenty efficient razor to take a week's growth off. I'm gonna hit my fingers with the Allen bar just to get some grip. And let's go at it. Like I say, after anesthesia, I don't know if I'm going to remember this or not, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I say it kind of messes with your short-term memory. What? Wait, what did I say? Such an efficient, beautiful razor. Turned Matt Fox onto this razor, and he used it and really enjoyed it. I think he was a little nervous about it, and then found out there was nothing to be nervous about. May be very efficient, but it's still very smooth, as I've said many, many times. I think. My memory's not very good right now. Just no pressure. Just glide it down your face. Also, Jordan, if you're watching, you know, you just kind of set, you can start your shave by putting the cap right against your face and moving and changing your angle down until you get to something that you can hear cutting. And once you hear it cutting, that's your angle. Sometimes you can get irritated if you get your angle too low. You can end up scraping the hair off instead of slicing the hair off. So just start at the cap. They call it riding the cap. Start at the cap and just lower until you hear it cutting. Once you hear it cutting, you're good. There is some variation to that, but for all intents and purposes, you're set up for a nice shave if you do that. If you use pressure pushing down on a safety razor, you'll get yourself into trouble. Or single edge, double edge, straight razor, anything. You know, this kind of shaving, you're already using great products that are very sharp. You add pressure, you'll start digging into your skin. And that, my friends, is not good shaving. That is painful shaving. And this was 7 or 8 days growth. I had intended on doing a shave before all of this, but then I got into I had to do a clear liquids for 2 days for the bowel prep. And that just sucked all the energy out of me. I'm diabetic, so I had to have diet drinks and stuff, so I really got no calories for like 2.5 days. So subsequently, very little energy. Also, I may have pooped myself on camera, so we didn't want that. You might have, but I don't. So Barbershop week on BBS.LIVE. I was going to get in on Gillette week last week using the open comb old type that I have, but just ended up not getting the shave in. So now we're up to the next week, which is obviously Barbershop. Just rinsing my sink out now from all that hair. And there's a ton of it down there. Beautiful rosemary note in this 11 shaving barbershop, and I absolutely love it. Just makes it really interesting, gives it a nice herbal flair. And it's not all oak mossy. And most of you know I'm not a big fan of oak moss. In fact, I rather don't like it. It's okay if it's in there a touch. But when it's strong, I really don't like it. To me, it smells like old man. And I'm not trying to offend anyone out there. Lots of people love that scent, but it's just not for me. It just reminds me of, like, you know, the Brutes and Old Spice and stuff like that, which, you know, lots of people love them. I'm just not one of those. Lancaster black sheep towel. I know it's blue. The sheep are black, I think. Either that or they're really dark-hearted, and that's why they call them black sheep. I don't know. All right, let's get going. Maybe I'm not going to do just 2 passes. Let's see. Very nice. Such a beautifully efficient razor. As I've told you all many times, get one. I just kind of ran over the blemish that I had last week. Still hasn't healed up all the way. All right, great second pass. All right, let's keep her going. Wait a minute, what was I doing? Yep, there it is. Got it. I figured that was gonna bleed. Oh well. Very well hydrated lather. Plenty of soap, plenty of lather for the face. All right. We're gonna get a good shave today, nice and close. The hair that was on there was so soft. It was so long that it was soft. Happy belated Easter to everyone, or Easter Monday. I worked yesterday, so did not get Easter with the family. It's unfortunate, but Such is life. You gotta make money, right? Hard to live without it. Got that little bugger. That's close. Definite positive blade feel here. You have no trouble telling where the blade is at all times. All right, I'm just going to do a quick little cleanup. Get rid of the secondary water. And so I just strip the knot. You don't pull, but you kind of press into the knot and the lather will come off. Don't like push down here and then start pulling. You could end up pulling hairs out of your knot, synthetic or natural. And just keep this in one hand and you start kind of feeling around wherever you need a little more work. And I always know where mine's going to be. Boy, that is close. Holy moly. Such an awesome razor. All right. I'll rinse the blade off and then rinse my face off. Now rinse with cold water. Really nice slickness and post-shave slick or residual slickness. Really good stuff. I think I'm gonna hit that spot. Let's try and, I mean, it's not bleeding anymore, but anyway. All right. Now, aftershave splash. This is alcohol splash, so if I overshaved, I'll know it quickly. if you don't get any burn, you can figure you did it just right. But, you know, when you push the envelope to get it closer and closer, you know, you tend to overshave a little. Little tingle, nothing big. Really heightened scent there. It's much more, much stronger, much more strongered. And it's still got that little spot there. Just leave that alum on there for a second. And while I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and just rinse my brush out. Get the alum, it's time to work, which is usually about a minute for me. I think, I don't remember. I don't remember nothing today. Beautiful brush, fantastic knot, soft, it's got enough backbone, got really good flow through on the knot, meaning the soap doesn't all just stay in the knot. You know, you can see it flowing through down here. I call that the lather diarrhea. And just get it dried up a little bit, speed up the drying process, and then hang her upside down. All right, looks like the alum has done its job, so I'll get that off of there. My skin doesn't like alum very much. I used to use it all the time, like, you know, before I put on my aftershave, I would rub my face with alum first, and, you know, it definitely is kind of irritating. All right, start our post, well, we already started our post shave, but we'll continue our post shave ritual. 6 drops vitamin C serum, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just rub this in, and this is a good antioxidant for the skin, helps brighten the skin, get a more regular tone, brighten up any dark spots. Just overall helpful for the skin. And I try to go against the grain as much as I can. And then I always get the eyes, eyelids, crow's feet, all that good stuff. And the stuff soaks in really quickly, so, you know, you get a touch of air in there, then you can get right to your moisturizer. And this is a really nice moisturizer. And honestly, you know, really good price for what you get as well. This is like 30 bucks, but it's very nice. So I just... and then we'll just work that in. Really nice stuff, not greasy at all. Doesn't leave your face feeling oily. It just soaks in really quickly and feels very moisturized. Great, great formula. Get my old dry ears too. This stuff just feels silky on the face. Has like a really mild kind of cannabis scent to it also. A little different. Like super mild, but I mean, I can just detect something there. No, I don't know what cannabis smells like, but if I've been to concerts before, I know what it smells like. Everybody knows that scent, I think. Really great stuff. Skin feeling nice. Feels hydrated. And let's finish up with the scent of the day. I'm not going anywhere, but obviously I can't do much after I've been sedated, but I can at least smell good. Here we go. This is like a lemon balm. And then it's got like a rosemary note in it. That's real nice. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Sorry it took me 7 or 8 days to put this video out, but I'm finally done with that procedure, and I don't know. We'll just keep going, keep moving forward. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy belated Easter, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.